In this segment, we go again to the space of mushroom growing. And this time round, our entrepreneur is doing this business a bit different from what the others are doing. Take a look.
My name is Seg2, mushroom farmer in Seg2 mushroom growers. I'm a farmer by profession. When I finished my studies in Nakaseke district, I joined the Chinese farm. That's where I got knowledge. That's why today I'm doing this. So here we are. This is what we call oyster mushroom. In the oyster mushroom, this type of oyster, there are so many types of oyster mushroom, but this type we call it gray. Oyster, it has many types, like oyster white, oyster gray, oyster off-white, blue, king, and gold. There are so many types, but for us we decided to do at least gray. This gray type is good for farmers because even in a marketing, it is easy. It has a hard shell. At least they can last for 2 days. There are so many things, but I'm going to a few steps what you need to start this farm. The first step, you have to have a place where you're gonna start your project. At least like 10 to 15 feet, over 10 to 10 feet. That place is enough to you to start this project. You can have your garden in a smaller space. That's where we are. After having a place, you have to look for cotton husks. Cotton husks, these are the substrate helps us to do or to make this garden. Those cotton husks, after getting it, then you have to get what we call spawns. Spawn, those are the seeds for mushroom. After that, then you buy the material like a metallic drums. So, after that, then you get the sacks, either 2 or 3 of cotton husks. At least like 50 kgs of cotton husks. In a sack of 50 kgs, at least you can be able to get like 50 to 60 gardens. So after getting it, then you soak the cotton husks. After soaking, you get your sack plus your metallic drum. You pour cotton husks on the drum. After that, you pour it with the water plus lime. Then you mix. After like a hour, then you remove from the drum. You put it somewhere. At least to let the water to drain. In the time of draining, you have to cover it for at least 3 days to ferment. Draining while fermenting. So after that, for at least 3 days, then you start packing these cotton husks. Then after packing, then you steam. After steaming, then you put it somewhere, what we call the inoculation room. After inoculating the seed on the garden, then you transfer it from the inoculation room to the incubation room, over incubation house. Then you wait for at least 3 weeks in incubation. After 3 weeks, then you transfer it from the incubation to the growing room after 3 weeks. Then after 3 days to 4 days or a week, then you will see the garden started fruiting like this. In this business, I achieved a lot of things, many things. From where I started up to now, I started with nothing. Right now, I have a press, at least a bigger press for my business. I have the trucks help us to deliver our gardens, our mushroom gardens. I have a very big mushroom market. Some of them, they can buy the ready gardens. As you can see, these are the ready gardens, the whitey one. Someone, they can come and make an order, then we deliver it. Many people, they are there, they fear to start this project because of market. We assure you, we have market. We have hotels, restaurants, and even in Nakasero. There is a daily market in Nakasero. You have to come early in the morning because most of the mushroom market is better to harvest in the morning and you sell it in the morning. The principles I follow to keep this business standing: hygiene is very important. Liquid is very important. Book records for us is very important to keep this business, because if you don't record what you sell, what you get, you cannot stand. We have a lot of challenges in this business. We have this green mold. As you can see, this garden. This garden has already infected by the green mold or by the molds. Because there are so many types of molds. There is black, orange, and blue mold. Now we are separating the infected one from the good one. If you don't separate it, you'll find it, they can affect the whole garden, over the whole incubation.
Well, we're going to share with you tips today on how you can make money and grow it, especially at this point in time when we are closing there and looking forward to another.
As we come to the end of 2021, it is important that we reflect on some of our key learnings from a year that was extremely difficult. As we all know, this is the year when most of the world was locked down itself. And for Uganda, we experienced a lockdown of 42 days. What do we learn from this experience? And how should your business grow as a result of what you experienced? I have some tips to share with you. Number one, it's important that we all appreciate that life is unpredictable. The lockdown of 2021 would never have been predicted by any expert, more so after the lockdown of 2020. So that means that as you prepare, you must be able to know that life is unpredictable. Your plan is as good as the context in which you implement it. If the context changes, your plan has to change. The second thing we can learn from this pandemic is that it's extremely important to have a risk mitigation strategy. What if? What if happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? Don't assume, don't just get one course of action and assume that it will succeed and everything will go well. That's not how life works. There's always the chance that things will go different. Number three, we have all learned that our lives are very important. Because in order to save life, the whole world had to be shut down. Uganda had to be shut down for 42 days. All kinds of restrictions have had to be imposed. What that means is that your life is the most important asset that you have. So as you go into 2022, please have that at the back of your mind and ensure that you invest in having a meaningful life as an individual.
Well, in the tech segment today, we're again looking at how the mainstream banking is embracing fintech to make transactions as convenient as possible for the players, but of course also to promote the penetration of the finance sector. And the latest in this particular space is ABSA, and they've come up with a new innovation to make it easy for you to do transactions.
So at ABSA, we are constantly driven by the focus to deliver exceptional customer experience at all our touch points. And we've continued to invest in that area. Today is just a continuation of that. With hindsight to innovations in the cards and payment space, we were the first to launch the contactless debit and credit card in the market. Just a few months back, we were able to launch Wallet on POS, enabling mobile money users to use our point of sale for payments. Today, it gives me great pleasure to launch the QR scan to withdraw functionality on our ATM. And it's a very easy procedure to use, the first in the market. All a customer needs to do, and the capability we've created, is for the customer to be able to log into the app, that is the ABSA mobile banking app, be able to choose the ATM QR code option. They'll be able to scan that code at any of our ATMs countrywide, and they will be able to choose the amount to withdraw and the account to withdraw from. And we'll be able to demonstrate that. And just after doing that, choosing the amount, they will then be able to withdraw the cash from the ATM. Remember, it will be contactless. There's no need to touch the pad. You will not be entering a PIN anywhere because you've logged into your app. And we're making it easy for our customers to enjoy the latest technology and making their lives much easier. And with this development, what is in it for the customer? The experience, and I'm talking about the digital experience, you being able to use your phone when you do not have your card, simply walk to the ATM. The sort of convenience that we are building around that is a new experience in this market. Number two, in these COVID times, every touch point can be somewhere you can pick the virus from. And also, when it comes to those times when you've forgotten the debit card at home, there is no need to move around without an option to get cash. You will simply use that phone that you have and be able to access funds at the ATM.
What you saw today is what they call quick response payments, or quick response cash withdrawal. So when we went to the ATM, the first thing that we did was to open our app. It's a very interactive app. You will see the options on the landing screen in the app. You will go to ATM QR option. When you choose that option, the first thing that will come up is for you to choose the account you want to withdraw from. Number two, that is for a person who has multiple accounts with us. The next thing is for you to choose the amount. Remember, when you go to the ATM and insert your card, there are many options for amounts to withdraw. So you're able to choose the amount you want to withdraw. At that point, you are able to go to the withdraw option and be able to pick the cash. So where the safety features are is at login. When you're logging into the app, remember you can use your fingerprint, you can use the password, and then you can also scan. You can also be able to do a scan and be able to access your app. Once you're in the app, remember there is a security question that you answer. That is also another security feature. Then when you're in there, it's you having your phone. You've chosen the ATM QR option. You're going to be able to scan a code that is here at the ATM. That is also security. and then you proceed with the other option. So it's very secure, very quick, and very convenient for our customers.
Well, that's all we had for you on this show. Thank you for being part of the magazine show. I've been your host, Charles Boji. We'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, especially now that we're looking forward to having the economy lifted and other economic activities fully reinstated. Until next time, have a good evening. God bless. Bye-bye.